Vandeham Shri Guru Shiyata Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Scha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raganatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sabadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Paran Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitam Scha Om Agyana Timaranda Shya Gyananjana Shalakya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Gurva Bhistam Sapurakam Garganara Sisha Sambhushitam Chintya Samasta Veda Nipanam Shri Rupa Patanagam Govindabhidam Ujwalam Bharatanam Bhaktyan Vitam Sundaram Mande Vishwagurun Shah Divyat Bhagavat Premnavi Bija Pranam Devam Divyatanam Suchanda Bharanam Balarka Chelanchitam Sandrananda Puram Sadeka Varanam Vairagya Vidyamburim Sri Siddhanta Nidhim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Baram Banditam Shubharam Marika Sharanam Nyashishvara Shridaram Manchakopatarubhya Shakripa Sindhubhya Vicha Patitanam Pavenibhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Mahabaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratabhishe Namah. So we're hearing from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, translation and commentary by Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. This is Antya-lila, chapter 12, the loving dealings between Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Jagadananda Pandit. Shruyatam Shruyatam Nityam Giyatam Giyatam Muda Chintyatam Chintyatam Bhaktas Chaitanya Charitamritam. O devotees, may the transcendental life and characteristics of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always be heard, chanted, and meditated upon with great happiness. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Doyamoy Jaya Jaya Nityananda Kripa Sindhu Joy. All glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is all merciful. All glories to Nityananda Prabhu, who is an ocean of mercy. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Karuna Sagar Jaya Gora Bhakta Gana Kripa Purnantar. All glories to Advaitacharya, who is also an ocean of mercy. All glories to all the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whose hearts are always filled with mercy. Atapar Mahaprabhur Vishana Antar Krishnara Biyoga Dasha Swara Nirandar. The mind of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was always morose because of a continuously manifested feeling of separation from Krishna. Ha ha Krishna Prananat Brajendra Nandan Kahanjan Kahanpan Murali Badan. The Lord would cry, O my Lord Krishna, my life and soul, O son of Maharaj Nanda, where shall I go? Where shall I attain you? O Supreme One, who plays with your flute to your mouth. The Lord would cry, O my Lord Krishna, my life and soul, O son of Maharaj Nanda, where shall I go? Where shall I attain you? O Supreme Personality, who play with your flute to your mouth. Okay. Ratri dine dasha swastina himane kaste ratri gunai swarup brahmananda sane. This was his situation day and night. Unable to find peace of mind, he passed his nights with great difficulty in the company of Swarup Damodar and Brahmananda Roy. Eta goda deshe prabhur jata bhaktagan prabhu deki bare sabe kore lagaman. Meanwhile, all the devotees journeyed from their homes in Bengal to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sivananda Sena Acharya Gosai Nabadipe Sabhakta Hoila Ektai, headed by Sivananda Sena, Advaitacharya and others. All the devotees assembled in Navadip. Kulina Gram, Bashiara Jatakanda Basi, Ekatra Milila Sab, Navadip Ayashi. The inhabitants of Kulina Gram and Kanda village also assembled at Navadip. Nityananda Prabhu Jajapi Agyanai, Tatapi Dekite Chalin Chaitanya Gosai. Because Nityananda Prabhu was preaching in Bengal, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had ordered him not to come to Jagannath Puri. That year, however, he went with the rest of the party to see the Lord. Srivasadi Charibai Sangete Malini Acharya Ratner Sange Tahara Grihini. Srivas Thakur was also there with his three brothers and his wife, Malini Acharya Ratna. Srivas Thakur was also there with his three brothers and his wife, Malini. Acharya Ratna was similarly accompanied by his wife. Shivananda's Patni Chale, Teen Putraloya, Raghava Pandit Chale, Jali Sajjana. The wife of Sivananda Sena came along with their three sons. Raghava Pandit joined them carrying his famous bags of food. Raghavara Jali. Dattagupta Vidyanidhi Arajatajan, Duitina Shatabhakta Korilagaman. Vasudeva Datta, Murari Gupta, Vidyanidhi, and many other devotees went to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Altogether, they numbered 200 to 300. Sachimata Deki Sabe Tara Agyaloya, Anande Chalila Krishna Kirtana Korea. The devotees first saw Sachimata and took her permission. Then in great happiness, they started for Jagannath Puri, congregationally chanting the holy name of the Lord. Sivananda Sena Kori Gati Samadan, Sabare Palana Kori Suke Loyajan. Sivananda Sena managed the payment of tolls at different places, maintaining everyone. He guided all the devotees in great happiness. Sabar Sab Karyakaran Dina Basastan Shivananda Jane Udiya Patera Sandan. Sivananda Sena took care of everyone and gave each devotee places to stay. He knew all the paths leading to Orissa. Ek din sab lok gati jale rakila sab chadana Shivananda ekala rohila. One day when the party was being checked by a toll collector, the devotees were allowed to pass and Sivananda Sena remained behind alone to pay the taxes. Sabegiya rohila grama bitara brikatale Shivananda binabasa stana nahimile. The party went into a village and waited beneath a tree because no one but Sivananda Sena could arrange for their residential quarters. Nityananda Prabhu Boke Vyakulahaya Sivanande Galipare Basanapaya. Nityananda Prabhu, meanwhile, became very hungry and upset. Because he had not yet obtained a suitable residence, he began calling Sivananda Sena ill names. Tin Putra Maruka Shivar Ekanana Aila Boke Mari Genu More Basana Deojala. Sivananda Sena is not arranged for my residence, he complained, and I am so hungry I could die. Because he has not come, I curse his three sons to die. Shuni Sivananda Patni Kandite Lagila Hinakali Sivananda Gati Hoite Aila. Hearing the curse, Sivananda Sena's wife began to cry. Just then Sivananda returned from the toll station. Shivananda Patnitare Kohena Kandiya Putre Shap Dichen Gosai Vasanapaya. Crying, his wife informed him, Lord Nityananda has cursed our sons to die because his quarters have not been provided. Te hoko he boli kene maris kandiya maruga martin putra tara malailoya. Sivananda Sena replied, You crazy woman, why are you needlessly crying? Let my 3 sons die for all the inconvenience we have caused Nityananda Prabhu. Etabole Prabhu Pashe Gela Sivananda Utitare Late Maila Prabhu Nityananda. After saying this, Sivananda Sena went to Nityananda Prabhu, who then stood up and kicked him. Anandita Hoila Shivai Para Praharpaya Shigrabasa Garakoila Goda Garagiya. Very pleased at being kicked, Sivananda Sena quickly arranged for a milkman's house to be the Lord's residence. Charane Dariya Prabhure Vashai Loyagela Bashadiya Rishta Haya Kahite Lagila. Sivananda Sena touched the lotus feet of Nityananda Prabhu and led him to his residence. After giving the Lord his quarters, Sivananda Sena, being very pleased, spoke as follows. Ajimore Britya Kori Angikara Koila Jimana Aparada Britya Jogya Faladila. Today you have accepted me as your servant and have properly punished me for my offense. Shasti Chali Kripakora E Tomara Karuna Sri Jagate Tomar Charitra Buje Konjana. My dear Lord, your chastising me is your causeless mercy. Who within the 3 worlds can understand your real character? Brahmara Durlabha Tomar Sri Charana Renu Hena Charan Sparsha Paila Mora Adamatanu. The dust of your lotus feet is not attainable even by Lord Brahma, yet your lotus feet have touched my wretched body. Ajimora Safala Hoila Janma Kula Karma Ajipainu Krishna Bhakti Artha Kamadharma. Today my birth, my family, and my activities have all become successful. Today I have achieved the fulfillment of religious principles, economic development, satisfaction of the senses, and ultimately devotional service to Lord Krishna. Shuni Nityananda Prabhu Nanditaman Uti Shivanande Koila Prema Alingan. When Lord Nityananda heard this, he was very happy. He rose and embraced Sivananda Sena in great love. Anandita Sivananda Kore Samadan Acharjade Vaishnavere Dila Basastan. Being very much pleased by Nityananda Prabhu's behavior, Sivananda Sena began to arrange residential quarters for all the Vaishnavas headed by Advaitacharya. Nityananda Prabhu Sab Charitra Viparita Kruda Hoya Lati Mari Kore Tarahinta. One of Sri Nityananda Prabhu's characteristics is his contradictory nature. When he becomes angry and kicks someone, it is actually for his benefit. Shivananda Bhagina Srikanta Senanam Mamara Agotshare Kohe Kore Abhiman. Sivananda Sena's nephew, Srikanta, the son of his sister, felt offended, and he commented on the matter when his uncle was absent. Chaitanya Parishad Mora Matulera Kyati Takurali Koren Gosai Tare Amarilati. My uncle is well known as one of the associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but Nityananda Prabhu asserts his superiority by kicking him. Eta Boli Shrikant Balak Age Chalijan Sangrachari Agegela Mahaprabhustan. After saying that, Srikant was only a boy, left the group and traveled on alone to the residence of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Petangi Gaya Kore Dandavat Namaskar Govinda Kohe Srikanta Age Petangi Uttar. When Sivananda Sena offered obeisances to the Lord, he was still wearing his shirt and coat. Therefore Govinda told him, "My dear Srikant, first take off these garments." Prabhu Kohe, because one is not supposed to have sewn garments above the on when offering obeisances to the Lord. This is standard. But Prabhu Kohe Srikanta si jache paya manoduk kichuna bolia karugate iharasuk. As Govinda was warning Srikant, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "Don't bother him. Let Srikanta do whatever he likes, for he has come here in a distressed state of mind." Vaishnavera Samachar Gosai Puchila Eke Sabarnam Srikanta Janala. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu inquired from Srikanta about all the Vaishnavas, and the boy informed the Lord about them, naming them one after another. Dukapaya Asijache E Prabhu Rabhakya Shuni Janila Sarvagya Prabhu Eta Anumani. When Srikant Sen heard the Lord say, "He is distressed," he could understand that the Lord is omniscient. Shivanande Lati Marila Ihana Kohila Etasa Vaishnavgan Asya Mulila. As he described the Vaishnavas, therefore, he did not mention Lord Nityananda. Lord Nityananda is kicking Sivananda Sena. Meanwhile, all the devotees arrived and went to meet the Lord. Purvavat Prabhu Koila Savar Milana Stri Sab Dura Hoite Koila Prabhu Darshana. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu received them all, just as he had in previous years. The women, however, saw the Lord from a distance. Vashagara Purvavat Sabare Deo Jaila Mahaprasad Bhojane Sabare Bolaila. The Lord again arranged for the residential quarters of all the devotees, and thereafter called them to partake of the remnants of food offered to Lord Jagannath. Shivananda Teen Putre Gosaire Milaila Shivananda Sambande Savai Bahu Kripa Koila. Sivananda Sena introduced his three sons to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because they were his sons, the Lord showed the boys great mercy. Chota Putre Deke Prabhu Nama Puchila Paramananda Das Nam Sena Janaila. Lord Chaitanya asked the youngest son's name, and Sivananda Sena informed the Lord that his name was Paramananda Das. Purve Jabe Sivananda Prabhu Stani Aila Tabe Mahaprabhu Tare Kahite Lagila Esab Tomar Je Ha Ibe Kumar Puridas Bolenam Daria Tahar. Once before, when Sivananda Sena had visited Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at his residence, the Lord had told him, "When this son is born, give him the name Puridas." Tabe Mayara Garbe Hoy Seta Kumar Sivananda Gare Gele Janma Hoylatar. The son was in the womb of Sivananda's wife, and when Sivananda returned home, the son was born. Prabhu Agyaya Darila Nam Paramananda Das Puridas Kore Prabhu Korena Upahas The child was named Paramananda Das in accordance with the Lord's order, and the Lord jokingly called him Puri Das. Sivananda Jabe Se Balake Milaila Mahaprabhu Padangushta Tara Mukedila. When Sivananda Sena introduced the child to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Lord put his toe in the child's mouth. Shivananda Bhagya Sindhu Ke Pai Bepar Jarasab Goshtike Prabhu Kohe Apanar. So here in the purport it says, in this connection one may refer to Antya-lila chapter 16, verses 65 through 75 for information about the later manifestations of the Lord's mercy on Puridas. So I'm going to just go to those verses, 65 through 75 of chapter 16 of Antya-lila. E Vatsara Sivananda Patne Loy Aila Puridas Chotaputre Sangete Anila. Sivananda Sen brought with him his wife and youngest son, Puridas. Putra Sange Loya Teho Aila Prabhustane Putrere Koraila Prabhur Charana Bandane. Taking his son, Sivananda Sen went to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at his residence. He made his son offer respectful obeisances at the lotus feet of the Lord. Krishna kaha bole Prabhu bolana barbar, tabu Krishna nama balak na kore ujar. Again and again Mahaprabhu asked the boy to chant the name of Krishna, but the boy would not utter the holy name. Shivanan balakere bahu jatna korila, tabu se balak Krishna nama na Kahila. Although Sivananda Sen tried with much endeavor to get his boy to speak Krishna's holy name, the boy would not utter it. Prabhu kohe aminam jagate lao jailun stavare parjanta Krishna nama kohilun. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I have induced the whole world to take to the holy name of Krishna. I have induced even the trees and immovable plants to chant the holy name. Ihare narilun Krishna nama kahaite shunya swarup gosai lagila kohite. But I could not induce this boy to chant the holy name of Krishna. Hearing this, Swarup Damodar began to speak. Tumi Krishna nama mantra koila upadeshe mantra paya kara age nakori Prakashe. My Lord, he said, you have given him initiation into the holy name of Krishna, but after receiving the mantra, he will not express it in front of everyone. Mane mane jape muke na kore akyan, e ihara manakata kore anuman. This boy chants the mantra within his mind, but does not say it aloud. That is his initiation as far as I can guess. Aradin Kohan Prabhu Para Puridas Shloka Kori Teho Korila Prakash. Another day when Mahaprabhu said to the boy, recite my dear Puridas, the boy composed the following verse and expressed it before everyone. Shravaso Kuvalayam Akrishnor Agyanam Urasho Mahindra Mani Dhamma Vrindavana Ramaniyan. Vrindavana Ramaninam Mandanam Akilam Hari Jayati Shravaso Akuvalayam Akshnor Agyanam Uraso Mahendra Manidama Vrindavana Ramaninam Manandam Ramaninam Mandanam Vrindavana Ramaninam Mandanam Akilam Harir Jayati. Lord Sri Krishna is just like a bluish lotus flower for the ears. He is ointment for the eyes, a necklace of Indranila gems for the chest, and universal ornaments for the gopi damsels of Vrindavan. Let that Lord Sri Hari Krishna be glorified. Shata Vaishnavera Sishu Nahi Adyagyan Aiche Shloka Kore Loker Chamatkaranam. Although the boy was only 7 years old at the time and still had no education, he composed such a nice verse. Everyone was struck with wonder. So he composed this verse. Shravaso Kuvalayam Akshnor Agyanam Uraso Mahendra Mani Dhamma Vrindavanam Vrindavana Ramaninam Mandanam Akilam Harir Jayati. That Lord Sri Krishna is just like a bluish lotus flower for the ears. He is ointment for the eyes, a necklace of Indranila gems for the chest, and universal ornaments for the gopi damsels of Vrindavan. Let the Lord Sri Hari Krishna be glorified. Let that Lord Sri Hari Krishna be glorified. So I return here to Lord's dealings with Jagadananda Pandit. So when Sivananda Sena introduced the Lord to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Lord put his toe in a child's mouth. Sivanandar Bhagya Sindhu Ke Pai Bepar Jarasab Goshtike Prabhu Kohe Apanar. No one can cross over the ocean of Sivananda Sena's good fortune, for the Lord considered Sivananda's whole family his own. Tabesa Bhaktaloya Korila Bojan Govindere Agyadila Koriachaman. The Lord ate lunch in the company of all the devotees, and after washing his hands and mouth, he gave an order to Govinda. Shivanandar Prakriti Putra Javat Etai Amara Avashesha Patra Tara Jainapai. As long as Sivananda Sena's wife and children stay in Jagannath Puri, he said, they must be given the remnants of my food. Nadiyabase Modaka Taranama Parameshvara Modaka Beche Prabhur Bhatira Nikata Taragara. There was a resident of Nadia named Parameshvara who was a confectioner living near the home of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Confectioner is a sweet maker. This is Parameshvara, who was living near the home of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Navadip. Balak Kale Prabhu Taragare Barbar Jana Dugda Kanda Modaka Deya Prabhu Tarakana. When the Lord was a boy, he would visit the house of Parameshwara Modak again and again. The confectioner would supply the Lord milk and sweetmeats, and the Lord would eat them. Prabhu Vishaye Sneho Tara Balakala Hoite Sevatsara Seha Aila Prabhu Redekite. Parameshwara Modaka had been affectionate toward the Lord since his childhood, and he was one of those who came that year to see the Lord at Jagannath Puri. Parameshwara Mui Bole Dandavat Koila Tarideki Prabhu Prite Taharapuchila. When he offered his obeisances to the Lord, he said, I am the same Parameshwara. Upon seeing him, the Lord asked him questions with great affection. Parameshwara Kushalahao Balo hoila aila mukundar mata asiache seho prabhure kohila. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Parameshvara, may you be blessed. It is very good that you have come here. Parameshvara then informed the Lord, Mukundara Mata has also come. Mukundara Matar Nam Shuni Prabhu Sankocha Hoila Tatapi Tahara Prite Kichuna Bolila. Hearing the name of Mukundara Mata, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu hesitated, but because of affection for Parameshvara, he did not say anything. The sannyasi is restricted from even hearing a woman's name, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu conducted himself very strictly in his vow. Parameshvara informed the Lord that his wife, Mukundara Mata, had come with him. He should not have mentioned her, and therefore the Lord hesitated for a moment, but due to his affection for Parameshvara, he did not say anything. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had known Parameshvara Modak since his childhood, and therefore Parameshvara did not think twice about informing the Lord of his wife's arrival. Prashraya Pagala Shuddha Vaidagdari Najane Antare Suke Hoila Prabhu Tarase Gune. An intimate relationship sometimes makes a person overstep formal etiquette. Thus, Parameshvara actually pleased the Lord in his heart by his simple and affectionate behavior. Purvavat Sabaloya Gundicha Marjan Rata Age Purvavat Korila Nartan. All the devotees engaged in the cleansing ceremony of the Gundicha temple and danced in front of the Ratha Jatra chariot, just as they had done in the past. All the devotees engaged in the cleansing ceremony of the Gundicha temple and danced in front of the Ratha Yatra chariot, just as they had done in the past. Chaturmasya Sab Jatra Koila Darshan Malini Prabriti Prabhure Koila Nimantran. For 4 consecutive months, the devotees observed all the festivals. The wives, such as Malini, extended invitations for lunch to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Prabhura Priyanana Dravya Anijache Deshoite Se Vyanjana Kore Bhikka Dena Garabate. From Bengal, the devotees had brought varieties of Bengali food that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu liked. They also cooked various grains and vegetables in their homes and offered them to the Lord. Dine Nana Krida Kore Loya Bhaktagan Ratriye Krishna Bichede Prabhu Korena Rodan. During the day, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu engaged in various activities with his devotees, but at night he felt great separation from Krishna and used to cry. Ematanana Lilaya Chaturmasya Gela Godadeshe Jaite Tabe Bhakte Agyadila. In this way, the Lord spent the 4 months of the rainy season in various pastimes, and then he ordered the Bengali devotees to return to their homes. Sabbhakta Korana Mahaprabhu Nimantran Sarvabhakte Kohen Prabhu Madhura Bachan. All the devotees from Bengal would regularly invite Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for lunch, and the Lord would speak to them in very sweet words. Pratrivarshe Aisha Sabem Amare Dekite Ashite Chaite Duka Pao Bahumate. All of you come to see me every year, the Lord said. To come here and then return must certainly give you great trouble. Tomasabar dukkha jani chahe nishedite, Tomasabar sangasuke loba barichite. I would like to forbid you to do this, but I enjoy your company so much that my desire for your association only increases. Nityananda Agyadilun Godate Rohite Agyalangi Island Ki Paribolite. I ordered Sri Nityananda Prabhu to leave Bengal, but he has transgressed my order and come to see me. What can I say? Ailana Charya Gosai More Kripa Kori Prema Rine Bada Ame Shodite Napari. Out of his causeless mercy upon me, Advaita Charya has also come here. I am indebted to him for his affectionate behavior. This debt is impossible for me to liquidate. Moralage Stri Putra Grihadi Chadiya Nana Durgama Pati Lagi Aishina Aila Moralage Stri Putra Grihadi Chadiya Nana Durgama Pata Langi Aishina Dana. All my devotees come here just for me. Leaving aside their homes and families, they travel by very difficult paths to come here in great haste. Ami e nilachale rohi jebasiya parishrama nahi mora toma sabar lagiya. There is no fatigue or trouble for me, for I stay here at Nilachala, Jagannath Puri, and do not move at all. This is the favor of all of you. Sannyasi manusha mora nahi kondanu. Sannyasi manusha mora nahi kondana. Kidiya tomara rina korimu shodana. I'm a sannyasi and have no money. How can I clear my debt for the favor you have shown me? Dehomatra danas tomai korilun samarpan. Tahan vikai jahan bechite tomaraman. I have only this body, and therefore I surrender it unto you. Now if you wish, you may sell it anywhere you like. It is your property. Prabhura bachane sabar drave bhutaman ajoram nayane sabe korana krandan. When all the devotees heard these sweet words of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, their hearts melted, and they began to shed incessant tears. Prabhu Sabar Galadori Korana Rodan Kandite Kandite Sabai Koil Alingan. Catching hold of his devotees, the Lord embraced them all and began to cry and cry. Sabai Rohila Keho Chalite Narila Aradin Panchashat E Mategela. Unable to leave, everyone remained there, and 5 to 7 more days that thus passed. Advaita Badut Kichu Kohe Prabhupai Sahaje Tomara Gune Jagat Vikai. Advaita Prabhu and Lord Nityananda submitted these words at the lotus feet of the Lord. The entire world is naturally obligated to you for your transcendental attributes. Abara tate banda aiche kripa bakya dore tomachadi keba kahan jaibare pare. Yet you bind your devotees again with your sweet words. Under these circumstances, who can go anywhere? Tabe Prabhu Sabakare Prabodha Korea Sabare Vidaya Dila Shustira Hoya. Then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu peacefully calmed them all and bade each of them farewell. Nityananda Kohile Tumina Asiya Barbar Tatai Amara Sangha Hoive Tomar. The Lord specifically advised Nityananda Prabhu, you should not come here again and again. You will have my association in Bengal. Chalesa Bhaktagana Rodana Korea Mahaprabhu Rohila Gare Bhishana Hoya. The devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began their journey crying, while the Lord remained morosely at his residence. Nija Kripa Gune Prabhu Bandila Sabare Mahaprabhu Kripa Rina Ke Shodite Pare. The Lord bound everyone by his transcendental mercy. Who can repay his debt for the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Jare Jaiche Nachai Prabhu Swatandreshwar Tate Tare Chadit Lok Jaya Deshantar. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the fully independent personality of Godhead and makes everyone dance as he likes. Leaving his company, therefore, all the devotees return to their homes in different parts of the country. Kashtera Putalejena Kuhakena Chai Ishvara Charitra Kichu Bhujana Najai. As a wooden doll dances to the will of a puppeteer, everything is accompanied by the will of the Lord, who can understand the characteristics of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, I'm going to stop here. Tomorrow we'll continue reading. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Jadavaya Nama Hari Haraya Nama Jadavaya Nama Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama Vaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama Gopal Govindaram Shri Madhusudan Gopal Govindaram Shri Madhusudan Giridhari Gopinatha Marana Mohan Giridhari Gopinatha Marana Mohan Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra Gadadara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Gadadara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Rupa Sanatam Bhatta Raghunath Jai Rupa Sanatam Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunath H.I. Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan H.I. Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan Jahoite Vignana Shamishta Puran Jahoite Vignana Shamishta Puran H.I. Gosai Jarmui Taradas H.I. Gosai Jarmui Taradas Tasabar Pada Renu Mora Panchagras Tasabar Pada Renu Mora Panchagras Tader Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanibas Tader Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanibas Janame More Abilas Janame More Abilas H.I. Gosai Jabe Branje Koilabas H.I. Gosai Jabe Branje Koilabas Radha Krishna Nitya-lila Korila Prakash Radha Krishna Nitya-lila Korila Prakash Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Manjayi Aman Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Manjayi Aman Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koryash Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koryash Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamodas Nam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamodas Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koryash Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koryash Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamadas Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamadas Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Nitai Gora Haribo 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 Haribo, Nitai Gora Haribo 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 Haribo, Nitai Gora Haribo 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 Haribo, Nitai Gora Haribo 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 Haribo. Jai Saparikara Shishi Guru Guranga Gandharvika Giridhari Ju Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parabhajaka Charyashta Tara Sadarshi Shimad Srila Bhakti Nirmawacharya Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parabhajaka Charyashta Tara Sadarshi Shimad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parabhajaka Charyashta Tara Sadarshi Shimad Srila Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Rupanuga Guru Bharga Ki Jai. Namachari Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath, Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Dasha Raghunath, Shad Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai, Prem Sigo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai, Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai, Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur Ki Jai, Shri Chaitanya Bhagwat Ki Jai, Narottam Srinivas Shyamananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vishvavaranya Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai, Shri Navadip Dham Ki Jai, Shri Ram Mayapur Ki Jai, Saparshada Shri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai, Saparshada Shriman Mahaprabhu Ki Jai, Shri Koladvip Ki Jai, Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Ki Jai, Sokel Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Sevashram Ki Jai, Ganga Devi Ki Jai, Tulasi Maharani Ki Jai, Bhakti Devi Ki Jai, Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai, Shri Shri Radha Krishna Go Gopi Govardhan Sham Kuna Radha Kunda Kalindi Yamuna Jo Ki Jai, Shri Purushottam Dham Ki Jai, Baladev Subhadra Jagannath Jo Ki Jai, Bhakti Vigna Vinashaya, Shri Nrsingadev Ki Jai, Bhakta Prabhara Shri Prahlad Maharaj Ki Jai, Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai, all the assembled devotees Ki Jai, Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol.